as with many things that we talk about, it starts with the TikTok.
Of a white woman.
It's like the Star Wars crawl at the beginning. Ohio, a long time ago.
Yeah.
A white woman in a kitchen.
Yeah. Oh man, it's a nice kitchen.
Yeah, the white woman in white kitchen is the equivalent of 19-year-old holding the thing to their mouth in yellow bathroom.
I was
Yeah.
or Andrew Tate next to Bugatti.
Either way, they're all sleep paralysis demons.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Nightmare blood.
Parents, do not let your child be weird. Now, I made a post about this a while back, and it's funny, I've seen a lot of people who have taken it since then and then put their own spin on it. But let me be very clear on what that means.
Before she explains what she means, let's guess.
Guess what
Yeah.
it means to be
What
weird.
could the iteration
Don't
possibly
let your child be weird.
Don't let them like things or express feelings.
Or like, I'm like, I don't know what weird means to her, but it's giving someone who is like popular in high school. You know what I mean?
Don't let them deserve to be bullied.
No Five Nights at Freddy's.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to. I feel like
you were screwed.
No color in their hair.
Oh no.
None of that.
Oh my gosh.
no woodland creature style non-binary.
No magical
No
wands.
non-binaries.
No non-biners.
No moss in their rooms.
No Vans, no Converse.
I might be
yeah.
outdated on this. My instinct just immediately always goes to like gender performance failure as the
Yeah.
default. Like, don't let your boys cry and don't let your. But I feel like
don't let your boy should always wear blue and your girl should always wear pink.
Yeah,
But
girls have to have long hair, boys have to have short hair.
Right.
I feel like that's now like it's still operational. Like it's still very present and expected or whatever, but like and enforced in a lot of places. But I think it's chic to not say that anymore. I think it's
Yeah.
chic to say like boys can cry or whatever. Feel like it's going to be in that realm. Something around
there's
like
gonna be some gender normativity.
Do you
let them
think
be don't let them not go to the party.
do you identify with being a weird kid in school?
Yeah, I was bullied relentlessly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
that-
you deserve it.
And that was good.
Oh, I 100% deserve that.
Yeah.
Because my parents loved me, and so they
yeah.
which is great. So they like let me be weird.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess they didn't have TikTok back then.
No. Yeah.
What's funny is I feel like when I was in school, weird was a very tangible topic. Like I could list off the things.
Yeah.
But now in retrospect, I'm kind of looking at it like through the like warped lens and going like, well, it's just vibes though.
Yeah, because
the
weird
way I
is
walk
it's in
or
the eye
something?
of the beholder, I suppose.
I do think that the gender normativity is really a huge part of it. And I
Yeah.
also think it's just sort of like when you're a kid, it's just sort of like it's so based on appearance and the way that you dress. And like I was bullied for being chubby. You know, it's like that was kind of the main thing.
Yeah.
And it's like
Oh, I had that.
yeah, so it's just like failing to perform like being a perfect human specimen.
Yeah, 'cause it's like-
basically,
it's
in
like in
whatever
the-
way that means.
It's like if you imagine just like thinking about like evolutionary psychology, like being in the out group is bad. Like, and so I think that like children who have no empathy, like, but have this like, maybe I'm just making this up, but have a normal human drive to connect and be in community. It's very easy to other people.
It's a shortcut.
It's a shortcut to
Yeah.
just like, you don't belong.
I'm not part of something, so I'm going to make someone so much less part of something that by default I'm part of something.
And and then I secure my position in something.
Yep.
Which is like, very intuitive, and I don't even really begrudge like kids for their first order
Kids,
thinking.
no
Yeah, kids.
way.
But
yeah.
like there's the issue is when, I don't know, a parental figure maybe encourages it.
It's saying,
or
"Don't
a
let your kids be
teacher.
weird."
I'm like, interesting. So this
Oh, you're
person's
right,
a
actually.
teacher too.
Oh, she is.
My
Jeez.
sister
Your teacher's not being weird.
was a teacher, and she said, "Stop being weird, or I'll stuff you in the locker."
And it works.
And it works.
It works.
Taught every level, lots of kids with varying exceptionalities and have seen it in the classroom.
I do like the term various exceptionalities.
Yeah.
That's an interesting
That's a
framing.
euphemism for
yeah, it's a
something.
euphemism for something, and I don't really know what.
Let me tell you what you need to avoid. Yes, your child should be unique. Yes, they should have their own style. Yes, they don't need to be exactly like everyone else.
Biggest butt ever.
However, if your child has habits and tendencies that are causing them to be ostracized in school, they do not have peer relationships, it has gone too far.
if they don't have peer relationships. So it's like if they don't have friends
They
at
don't have
all.
friends.
If they're
Yeah.
not popular.
Well, because it's like
What are the habits and
they're-
tendencies?
If
These
they're
kind of
getting
vibes.
bullied for things that they like, it's their fault, not the other kids.
That is actually, it is kind of interesting seeing someone like try and reverse engineer social dynamics from base principles.
Yeah.
She's like, well, I was popular, or like, and actually something I do want to throw out is I'm not a big fan of the like the phrenology stuff of like, well, there's the popular kids, then there's the and then the preps, and it's like just it's it's social groups and conditioning, and a lot of the time, the first friend you have is like maybe a direction that you drift towards, and then all of a sudden you're one of the emo kids, not because like that was in your birth chart, but just that's how
kind of where you ended up. Yeah.
And a lot of the time, like popular kid is ascribed to kind of just like passive, friendly enough kids that just aren't like exceptionally made fun of or like othered in some other way.
or have status.
Yeah,
Right, or
like they might just be
wealthy
rich.
or-
Yeah.
yeah.
and I'm just like, hey, nothing but love. Similarly to like, if I know someone that grew up wealthy, I don't want to intuitively be like, I don't like this person. But if they, play racquetball with a baby or like do something evil, I'll be like, yeah, I think you're bad.
What's evil
because of
about
that.
playing? What if the baby's good at racquetball? Oh,
Sorry, something we either got or get around is I said biggest butt ever, as in there's a big butt coming, and I don't want them to think I meant
I think
a child with a big butt.
I think because it coincides with her saying however.
Yes.
I think it's probably.
I think that was clear.
But the
Having a big butt is my various exceptionality.
okay.
Various exceptionalities.
So the other thing about what she's saying is she's describing someone with no community, and I feel like even being a weird kid, I had friends who were weird like me.
Yeah, I mean, at times where I didn't have friends, it was never really. It wasn't my what was it? Discrete wonkinesses or whatever she said. Exceptionalities.
Various exceptionalities.
It was like more to do with my activity, like my hobbies at the time being very isolationist, and like I was a weird kid, but then I don't know. There was one. I just remember one particular summer when I was like maybe like 14, or 13 maybe. I was super lonely, and I just didn't know how to make friends because I had friends, but then I left the high school that I was at, secondary school, and I couldn't figure out how, and I think this is a common adult thing as well, how to like reintroduce that thing that kind of just, you don't really plan when you're a kid. And I think then I happened to get into some more sociable hobbies and joined like some social club stuff and ended up with friends. But I didn't do anything manually. And I didn't
so much
do
of it's
anything
based on
here.
environment. Like
Yeah.
I did have a couple years in middle school where like I genuinely didn't have any, like I would eat lunch alone and everything, but I went to a really small school. There were 100 kids in my class. And so it's like sort of falling from one social group before you find another one. You're just kind of like, just kind of free floating because
Yeah.
there just like aren't a lot of other kids free floating.
Right.
And so like, but then eventually I like started doing choir and theater, and then it's just like you sort of default hang out with those kids.
Right.
And
And it's just like
Introverted.
I was just like saying
What she means.
if you if you have anything, like finding like-minded people is like always the advice that we give for people who are like in college or trying to figure this stuff out there. But like when you're that young, it's really just kind of like
Easier said than done.
who's around,
Yeah.
proximity.
It's like so.
My first friends were the kids on my street.
Does she mean shy?
Let's let her continue. Let's see.
let's hear her out.
Yeah, let's hear her.
She's right
Hear me
so
out.
far. With her exceptionality.
It's a very white kitchen.
And a very white woman.
Yeah, okay,
It
true.
literally looks like she's in like the culinary section of heaven.
It looks like we're in the process of painting and we haven't colored in the rest of the room yet.
Yes.
Or we're in like the Take On Me music video.
She's kind of jacked though.
Shout out.
You need to parent them. Your job is not to just love them and let them be however they want to
Hold
be.
on, lady.
Your job is to love them.
Your job is not. I feel like I know what she's trying to say, but saying your job is not to love them.
Yeah, tricky
You just
in
cannot say
isolation.
that.
Like
Not
an
to
only
simply
in there
only. Yeah,
somewhere.
like you gotta say something. Yeah.
Look, I've been doing this show for years, and I'll be quite frank with you. Not always easy saying something cogent off the cuff.
Yeah.
But if I was talking about
Recording a video.
parenting my kid,
This is,
I'm maybe
by the way,
gonna-
this is a video by Gendo Ikari. Your job is not to love them. You must put them in the Ava,
Yeah,
and
she
you
should
must
be-
save Tokyo 3 from the
She
Angels.
should be pushing up her glasses on a balcony. I just don't. I do see what's happening. Right? Is like it's intuitive, but it's almost like she doesn't have like the dialect for the thing she's talking
Yeah.
about. The verbiage isn't there. Like to someone else like-minded, this is clear. No,
Right.
yeah, no.
Yes.
But it's dog whistle isn't fair because that's like implying sneakiness.
Yeah.
But it's you know, it's almost like slang. She's saying like, don't be weird. And then in the back of your brain, like, oh yeah, I remember those things.
I think about like so much of how we view the world through our own lens. And I kind of feel like we're like witnessing someone projecting their like funhouse mirror picture of the world onto us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Don't be like Josh.
I
a kid
also,
she knew.
I was gonna say, do you think she has like a professional management style one-on-one with her kid, and he's like, "Hey, Timmy, you're fucking weird, and you need to cut that shit out.
Is it
My
what?
job is not to love you."
What did I do? What's like weird about?
Oh my God, you have various eccentricities.
Oh, my traits.
Or what was it called?
Yeah, various exceptionalities.
Exceptionalities.
Yeah.
That's
Very-
very
That sounds
quality
medical.
review.
Yeah.
You have, unfortunately, Blue Shield can't provide you insurance. You have pre-existing exceptionalities.
Yeah, you have various exceptionalities that prevent us from. Your bill is going to be $9 billion.
Yeah, it's like a fancy way of saying like gout.
Or it's something that would be said in a scientific paper.
Yeah.
We've observed in
these
Group
children.
B there were various
Yeah,
exceptionalities.
it's like a CW TV show where they're doing science, but not in a specific way.
Yeah.
We've detected various anomalies and
Exceptionalities
exceptionalities.
is just a name of a CW show from
oh
2000.
yeah, the exceptionalities.
Exceptionalities.
Why are there's like 4 kids that they're exceptionals?
Yeah.
And
The
everyone else
exceptionals,
is
yeah.
gray.
The
They're
poster-
the only ones in color.
Posters, 4 kids silhouette, like blue background.
Blue
They're walking
background.
into the mist.
Yeah.
There's a stag, and it's like, what's that? You know, it's the Animorphs. That's what I'm talking about.
Is you're sending them out to ridicule and scorn and no positive peer relationships.
Evil Anya Taylor-Joy is right.
Instead,
Oh wow. Oh my god. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I see it.
you need to lovingly guide them and instruct them from a place of love so that they can go out and make positive relationships.
Imagine if you didn't know the context of this video and I told you it was someone talking about Jesus.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? Have you seen those YouTubers?
Yeah.
Where it's like, you have to be guided.
You talk about missionaries.
Yeah. Okay, wait. I guess she said you're sending them out for scorn and ridicule.
Yeah, and you have to guide them and instruct them, but instruct them to do what?
I'm going to
Not
need an
get
example.
Scorned. Dumbass.
I will say we're only like 2/3 of the way through this video, and the rest of this video, she is very vague. She just sort of repeats some of her points, and so people were upset about her saying these things
Because she said she was going to be very clear and then wasn't.
Yeah. And then people who also stitched this video and were claiming that this sounds like it's sort of like targeting neurodivergent kids who have like differences that they can't control.
Read the room skills have to be fostered early for success later. What they're talking about is like intuition socially.
Yeah.
But like you
it's
can
very-
foster it to an extent. But if the exceptionality is like something that
Like
your kid is
ASD or
intuiting,
something.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
that's
yeah.
not something you can't just be like, go to sports more.
Also, yeah, it's just talking about like socializing your kids. Like, yeah, you should socialize
Yeah.
your kids. Like, you should like bring them to activities and
Yeah.
have them hang out with
Talk
other
to them.
kids.
Yeah.
One
And
of
talk to
those.
them, yeah.
It kind of feels a little bit like survivorship bias, and I'm actually bundling myself in there because as kind of ostracized and outside as I felt as a kid, I'd say when I was around like 15 or 16,
Super popular.
I felt like funny.
Yeah.
And it was not like I was annoying. And so not like popular
Every
in like a
15-year-old is
mainstream
annoying.
space. But I was
I said
like,
that with all love in the world to 15
Yeah.
year olds.
I was like, I didn't have any like profound connections with anyone because I had that veneer, you know, but like,
Yeah, there's huge white veneers.
but I had those gorgeous teeth that unfortunately.
Blinding.
Yeah, incredible.
I had that grill. But then like I just, from there, I think the loneliness aspect kind of reduced. And then I went to college and then work.
Yeah.
That is, I don't look at that and go like, well, just be friendlier and get along with people. It was dice roll, pure luck on my part. So the thing I would probably say to my kid is like, I don't know, let's do some double-blind studies. We gotta figure something
try
out.
some stuff.
Let's not just be like, can you please stop being annoying?
But it's not like a rubric. Like you failed actually at.
Is it gonna be like grow up in Gloucestershire?
Could we? Now I want to give her the benefit of the doubt, and I want to go to her page and kind of get her general vibe before we look at the stitches. Okay, they're all at the same time. They were all filmed in the same room.
This is like a CCTV model in like a butch. Fit mom, Carlin?
Fit family.
And when I say that tells me all I need to know.
Yeah, okay, so she's fatphobic is what I'm hearing.
Because her name is Fit Mom Carolyn.
Yeah.
I've never seen Carolyn with no.
Yeah, it's Carlin.
Yeah, it's like George Carolyn.
Carolyn.
Yeah, she made a follow-up.
I do feel validated because now that she's like says faith is like a part of, I'm like, okay, she is speaking in that tone.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
So after she got called out for being vague.
Oh my God, she did a video in her car.
It was important. There was no time.
Yeah.
Neurodivergent and weird behaviors. Let's just open this up and discuss it, because sometimes a lot of people will say people that are qualifying as weird behaviors, that's just neurodivergent. I totally can see that, right? I made a whole career in helping kids with neurodivergence to feel more successful and to be more successful. My older daughter is. So I'm intimately acquainted with it and the tendencies that can happen. And sometimes those behaviors can be off-putting in society. I get that someone with neurodivergence, if you're not familiar with that term, just think like ADHD,
but
autism,
that's so vague.
Things like that.
Stuff. If you're not familiar with neurodivergent, think of various neurodivergent. Think of various exceptionalities.
Yeah. Weird.
What do you mean by tendencies?
No, literally.
What does that mean?
And she's like, those tendencies. And
Yeah,
I'm
like habits.
Yeah, like,
I've got a habit of being a little socially overwhelmed, but that's just like whatever.
That's so
My
vague.
dopamine receptors don't work quite right, but it's just a bad habit.
It's just a tendency I have.
It's like smoking when I'm drunk.
yeah, I have this tendency where my brain doesn't produce enough neurotransmitters.
But I'm just in that mood.
They can have some tendencies that other people can perceive as weird. I have seen many times that parents will incorrectly just kind of go with, my child is special, I'm just going to let them be and let them be special. But the problem is they still need to have positive interactions with their peers, and they still need to be able to interact in society at large.
Well, those things aren't mutually exclusive.
Are you talking about your kid being an asshole?
Yeah,
like,
or do they have? Are they Cyclops from the X-Men? Like, my kid is very special.
I think it must feel very, very patronizing to neurodivergent, let's say like teenagers who feel like they get bundled in like lepers, where it is like well, providing we use the proper PPE, then they can come to the hangout or something.
Right,
and it's like, well,
I don't want to catch the ADHD.
Yeah, it might spread. It's that classic, oh, she's so close.
Yeah.
So you're almost right. You're saying like, oh, the leg broke, we should fix the leg, cut off the leg.
Yeah.
You gotta love them, but you need to keep them in line, because if they're too weird, it's gonna be a problem.
Pop them in the dungeon.
Because it's like,
That's kind of exactly what she's saying. She's like, it's okay that they're different, but you need to make sure that they're not too different so they can feel normal.
It's okay that they're different, but
Right.
it cannot be seen.
and it's I think that
exactly.
like maybe it's like is what we want her to say, like, if you identify that your child engages with the world differently than the other kids, work with them to understand like a healthy way to engage in the world for them.
Maybe something a
and,
bit
like,
more
people are not
prescriptive like that.
different.
Yeah.
Like it's just because different people have different needs.
Well, and like, if your kid is having a really hard time, like, you should work with them to find like coping mechanisms and strategies to help them navigate the world, because the world isn't always tolerant and accepting.
Right,
That's
right,
that
right.
is like a reality of things.
Yeah.
But like, I think you can do that in a way that still allows your kid to be themselves, and just sort of explaining like, hey, you seem like I think the first time I was on an episode, we talked about social anxiety, right?
Yeah.
And like,
Oh, yeah.
I have really bad social anxiety, and like, I had to come up with my own like coping mechanisms for that. And like,
That's what it is, right?
yeah, that's what it is.
Don't be weird.
And like, I think that there's a careful balance between like that being a part of who I am and driven in part by being ostracized as a kid, and also like understanding like the world is not always going to accommodate that. And so like I have to figure out how to accommodate that for myself. But I think you can find a way to do that with your kid that doesn't like be like, don't be neurodivergent or don't be weird. Like,
I think it's a little like your kid's getting bullied and then your parent is like siding with the bully. Like in defense, you were kind of being a nerd.
Yeah, like
it's kind of the same nonsense of like herd immunity. Where it's like, you could just maybe work with your kid, maybe get vaccinated might help. Or, no, I'll just let them get sick over and over again
and
until...
get everybody else sick.
Yeah, what's the problem? You don't want to be weird.
Yeah.
It's like weird as an abstraction. Cause
it's like a derogatory term here.
It's totally
like
optional.
Meaningless.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. But I feel like it has meaning to whomever she's speaking to.
Right.
Because
it is that like Rorschach test.
Yeah. It's like, oh, when I hear that, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I think it is one of the issues here is that she's being so vague. And so it's like whatever that means to you is what she's talking about. And so it's like
very political. Her phrasing is very like diplomacy.
Well, and like if you're big on TikTok, you should understand that like people on the internet are not necessarily going to take everything in good faith. They're already going to read in whatever they want to what you say online. And so if you give them so much vague room to just like put words in your mouth, of course they're going to get mad at you.
It is funny to be like, people are misconstruing my words, so let me make this abundantly clear. There are things that might possibly cause problems. And it's like, huh?
She's like, let me make this perfectly clear, and then just plays the previous one on her phone. Like, this again.
So some of these behaviors that you do still want to work with your child on with curbing would be things like nose picking. That is when, now all kids can exhibit these, but
so
sometimes...
Hold on, 50 guesses. I wouldn't have
would
even
not
got
have come up with that.
So, also, I was thinking, I think of like a 10-year-old.
I was thinking like a 4-year-old or 5-year-old.
Also, why are we pretending? If you use a tissue, you're still nose picking.
Well, the truth of the matter is, everyone picks their nose, and if they don't pick their nose, they're lying.
You're lying.
But if you pick your nose in class, in front of everybody, be very deft about it so that no one can see.
It's like a really good method is to go, like scream like really loud so everybody's like, oh my God, a bug must have gone in.
Yeah, exactly. Really got to get in there.
Oh no, another bug got in 4 or 5 times a day.
Got to deal with these bugs in school.
Jordan's so unlucky.
We should never criticize eBay.
There are actually, I will give some credence to like, if there's one thing that you can tangibly work on or advise on, it is like physical behaviors. Because they're literal and you can, especially if like social cues and social intuition stuff is something that your kid struggles with, or it just like it does not have access to in a way that would be like practical, then the nice clear just binary solution of, well, this not here and not there and not whatever, but like I think you also have to guide them as to why. Because a kid can just be like, because I'll go to jail.
Well, because like, physical things could even be like, if you have like hyperactivity, ADHD, like maybe you're like a kid who's bouncing off the walls or something, and you don't, it's not as simple as like, don't do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like about having coping strategies, finding outlets and things, and actually identifying like what is going on. So it's not as simple as like, hey now, don't
bob your knee in class.
Exactly.
Don't.
Kids that are neurodivergent tend to have more of a tendency of it. So nose picking can be extremely off-putting. And I have seen this a lot, even up into middle school students.
This is like a new thing about people with neurodivergence pick their nose way more than normal kids.
Also tend to have tendencies.
Is a
phrase that's...
I'm so tired of people, fucking stuff,
I'm sorry, Lee, I'm tending to my nose right now.
She's like a very, very, very well-informed alien who's almost got it right.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't feel like she's malicious, but I do feel like she is unaware of some of the bias, the very strong biases in worldview like communicated by her like language and like the tone of authority and all these things, you know, like it can give condescending. I don't think she's trying to be condescending, but I think it can give that when you're like, I'm going to lay out how this is. This is how you have to do it.
It's just like the inability to think outside your own experience.
Exactly. Yes.